Welcome back, everyone. My name is Jörg, which is German for George, here at Find a Job in Germany in Berlin. And with me today is my colleague and partner.
Raoul.
So,
Hi,
people,
everyone.
we just had another situation at the office, Raoul. People booked their get-to-know calls, people had sent us their CVs, and Paul then usually calls those who are interested in joining our personal coaching program. And so it happened that just another guy told him he's in Germany on a job seeker visa, and he has 2 months left before he has to leave the country again. And this is actually what we want to talk about in this video. You'll want to stay tuned on what you need to know when you're coming here on a job seeker visa, if it makes sense for you to come here on a job seeker visa. So we're going to shed some light on that. So, Raoul, we've had this situation quite often, and I totally understand. The job seeker visa is a visa for people to come to Germany, and as the name says, to look for a job. How is it possible that people, after 4 months, the visa is 6 months valid, are not getting any successes, are not getting an offer? And what do you think is the reason for that? And what do you believe should really be addressed here? Because we're trying to really also issue a warning. We want to talk about the visa afterwards in general.
I would say, Jörg, that the expectation is simply wrong.
What do you mean by expectation?
Those who exactly like the ones who you described who contact us, they think they arrive here in Germany, walk on the streets, and everyone is coming to them and want to offer them a job. No, it's not like that. You still have to go through the hiring process, which at the end is not different compared to the hiring process if you stay in India, Pakistan, or wherever. Here in Germany, it's most likely also digital hiring process, and you may get invites, maybe not, but the difference is that you don't have a job at the moment while you're here. And to answer the question right, expectation on one side and lack of strategy, because as I mentioned, I think people come here, expect to get an offer, a contract immediately, but that is not the case. It's also a process, and doing that 2-3 months of finding a job, you need to pay an apartment, you need to survive here in Germany, you maybe get sick, you need to go to the doctor, you have expensive that are not covered. Yeah? Of course you have some savings, but you can as well just apply from back home and get your job and go through the process.
There is a risk involved,
Definitely,
right?
Definitely.
What I want to make sure everybody here understands, the job seeker visa is a valid tool to come to Germany. Otherwise, the German government wouldn't be offering it in the first place. But, and I think you're saying it right, expectation management, and strategizing is something that, and this is why we're actually making this video for everyone, something people have really underestimated for, most of the part, especially when they call us and they're saying they're running out of time. And this is not what anybody wants to end up in as a situation.
True, yeah. And I mean, there's the opportunity card coming up, which you can work with while you look out for a job. This is not possible with a job seeker visa, I think just a couple of hours, but with that amount you cannot make a living. That is different compared to the opportunity card, but still the plan must be very straight, and I think you should try to really get a job before, especially as an IT developer. We're just talking about the tech specialists. You should try, and with our coaches, the response is the same. You get invites, you have a job in India, in Pakistan, in Costa Rica, wherever, and you go through the hiring process while you work and have an income, and that gives you just much more a smoother way to relocate to Germany then.
And to answer the question that we get very often, hey, I was gonna get a job seeker visa, or hey guys, I have a job seeker visa, should I use it? Should I make use of it? Come now and apply from within Germany. we always keep telling everybody the same. As long as you haven't really tried it, I would say in our style, from your home country, there's no need for you to use it. Unless, of course, you're saying you love the adventure, you have too much money on the side, and you want to come to Germany and try out, that's perfectly fine, but even then you need a strategy. How long is the hiring process, Raoul, independent of whether I'm applying from, let's say, India, or I'm applying from Berlin for a German company?
I would say it's around 2 months, 3 months.
2 to 3 months still, and there's no speeding it up just because I'm here, right?
No, definitely. That's exactly the case. The process is more or less the same. And if you don't have a place to stay, if you don't can stay at a friend's or family's place here in Germany, these temporary places are also expensive. I want to make that crystal clear because these coaches say, hey, I spent all my money, I still have 2 months and I don't have any money left, but I have to pay 1K for a room. Yeah?
And this is something that I always regret because we can't help these people anymore. What we just did, we just had another coachee join the personal coaching program that we offer. She's a data engineer, but she was smart enough to call us before she came, or she just came a few days after she called us for the first time. And now we're railing everything in the right direction. Now we're saddling the horse how it should be done, and we're not trying to fix something which can't be fixed. And this is how you're streamlining it. And now maybe a couple of pieces of advice if you really want to use a job seeker visa, which is totally legit. It's worked for others before, but please don't underestimate it. What would be your major advice, Raoul?
Also, like if you have a job seeker visa and you're still back home, I highly suggest you to contact us and see how we can support you then. Don't contact us if you are here already and your time is ticking.
4 months down the line.
Yeah. So even if you have a job seeker visa but are still at home, contact us and we make a plan. Yeah, please follow that advice.
If you're here and you have a job seeker visa, naturally you wanna, I don't know, get your Google Sheets out and want to really start networking. Google Sheets for typing in all the companies that you know, where you know people that might also refer you. That's effective, of course. And second of all, you're a network, and this is where you have to throw yourself out there. You have to join events and you have to talk to people. And you can't just stay in your room somewhere and hope that somebody's going to call you. You need to really be active about it. Strategizing it is. And again, I have also issued another video, which is quite some time ago. I can link that here. I want to make sure you all know what you're getting yourself into, because again, it's really not the way it's intended for you to be here, not get any calls, then start freaking out, and then not being able to land any interviews or any offer at all. Because you have to make every shot count, and especially since most of the people that are here are not allowed to work. I've had one guy that I once met, he was actually able to work remotely for the company in his home country. This was in South America, and this person was able to make some money on the side while he was interviewing here. Then it's smoother. But really, most of the people end up coming here, and then they have those savings, which the embassy is asking for in the first place, and then they're all depleted. Again, we're now circling back on what we said before. Really try to make a strategy from day one on what you want to do. Which is the best city, would you say, for people to try out? If they're coming to Germany, would you recommend Frankfurt, Berlin, Munich, Hamburg, a smaller town in the area? What's your take?
I mean, you said it. Like there are several opportunities. On one side, if you want to attend events, and you should have a plan, then of course the major cities, especially Berlin, Munich, Frankfurt, Hamburg, Stuttgart, there are these events we are talking about. But in these cities, the rents are also quite high. You want to decide. So you can look out for some place further outside the cities to get a cheaper rent, and then commute or live or travel within Germany. But
live in Offenbach. You're from Frankfurt, right?
Frankfurt,
So
correctly.
people can go to Offenbach, or would you
People
not
can go
recommend
to
going
Offenbach, which is also nice. Nothing against Offenbach, but yes, it is really something that you need to. That's where the strategic part comes in. You need to know what you want and what you're aiming for.
Exactly.
And this is something that you should plan before you come here, because you will also be in a completely new environment. You will not know the cities. You will not know most likely the German language. You will not. You will face a different culture, new climate, etc. That are all factors that make the hiring process or building a network also harder in the beginning. Yeah? If you come here and you have a job, you already have some surrounding, some network to start with. But if you come on a job seeker, you are the the lonely wolf,
Lonely wolf in
in
yeah,
the
that's
wood.
true,
Yeah? And you have to make yourself aware of that. Yeah, and again, prioritize and strategize if you really want to come with that job seeker visa.
Exactly. So, long story short, when you come here, you have to come with a plan. And if you like, and this is what we encourage you to do actually, you can of course get in touch with us. We've done it before successfully. For us, it's a streamlined thing. We know exactly what to do. But in any case, if you're interested in learning more about that, you can just watch the video where you find the link right underneath this one. And then you can send us your CV, book a get to know call. Paul's going to call you, and then you can explain your situation to him, and he will let us know, and then in our strategy session we'll definitely pinpoint exactly the road, the yardsticks that need to be met, what you have to take care of, how we're going to do it, when you want to come, if you have to come, right? It's not necessary, but in any case, we can get in touch and then we can discuss it further. Thank you so much, Raoul.
Thank you, Jörg.
And everyone else, have a nice day. See you soon. Bye-bye.
All the best.